Yeah, point back on. I had to check some things because some things that, I didn't want to mess up my live. Last time I did that, my little fan blew and it messed up the live. But like we were saying, people that were, don't check anything. You know what I'm saying? We need it cleaned up. And the conflicting evidence between CDC and many different people saying things is not making much sense. After being treated, we see death. And some here, some there, some little where is the thing. And they're saying, you know, it's not clear on the info. So if you're not clear on the info, you're not clear on the info. Let's be clear about this. If you're not clear on the info, then you should stop the treatment as we see until you have better clinical trials and better clinical medicine to see where you are failing at in this situation. But we don't see that. We see a constant flush and a rush, just like it coming off a soda pop bottle machine. Told you that before. You know what I'm saying? They need to do something to clear up the situation because you're saying it's not clear of the transmission. So it's to say only, one thing. You know what I'm saying? It's only say one thing. It's a given, not a catching. Because millions have been, tested, which they're still doing, and I don't see why if you have a vaccine and you say everyone need to get it. You know what I'm saying? Why would be, does it make sense? You know what I'm saying? Why are you still testing when you're telling everybody to get it? And they're getting it, so why are you still testing again? I really don't get it. And you're ramping up how dangerous it is, so everybody should run on your test. Everybody should run and get it back. So why are you still testing? This really don't make too much sense to me. And it seems that's like the starting line. You know what I'm saying? You know, you know, that have been tested, or treated. So how do we know? And by, you know, reinstituting even certain procedures is not a wise move by even Marty to try to reintroduce masks again. You know what I'm saying? You're ramping up a situation that people have already figured out a long time ago. You're garbage because, it can go on forever. Who wants to be in a situation like this forever? If not, and it could go on like that forever if not checked. And nobody seems to want to check that. While they busy talking about insurrections, this war over there with China, Japan, and Qing Tongwang, and all kinds of different stuff. But you ain't taking care of this problem here first, and the people needs clear answers on what's going on so they know how to protect themselves. They don't need to be vulnerable to outside forces off of trickery and complete traitorism. So we have to start to look at that. You know what I'm saying? Because it can go on forever if not checked. There's a lot of lying going on in government and medical field. Same with the filibuster and the restrictive voting laws. You know what I'm saying? When we look at all those categories that I just mentioned, you know what I'm saying? All very important categories in our lives, but we don't see it in that way because we're not into politics. But that don't change the rules on what a grown-up should be understanding about the country in which he lived. You know what I'm saying? Because when you look at it, like I said, lying in government and the medical field. Same with the filibuster and the voting restrictions. Now, filibuster we spoke about in my other life, so you should be up on doing some study on what the filibuster is there for. And second of all, the restrictive voting laws, you should understand why as an American. If you're an American, why are you classing yourself outside of where you live? Doesn't make much sense. These seems to be whatever among the people. It seems to be a very big amongst the people. You know what I'm saying? But we've got to stand and fight on these issues, especially the filibuster and the voting restrictive laws. They are very important laws to American people who are placing vote for a change. You see what I'm saying? You can't just always allow them to run the game and all you've got is protest and violence. While they sit up there and play normal, calm, say how rude you were, look at these rebels, yada, 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 and nothing changes. It gets worse. So we have to start looking at that. We have to stand on these issues more strongly. That we do. And not just say, because it will have an effect come next election. Especially when you have no voting restriction laws and you have a monitoring voting system that's supposed to be, I forgot what they call it, where people could vote from anywhere, anyhow, they could hack and shit. I think they call it rapid voting or something. You know what I mean? We got to check that. You know what I mean? And then there was a story up there talking about a lady who her husband, her brother, I think, had COVID-19 after treatment. You know what I'm saying? And he was running around saying that the vaccines and the program was poison. Now, I'm sorry for her loss, but we must be sure that what he had and died from was that, and we must have that on concrete proof and evidence. That's number one. You know what I'm saying? Because that gives us our status. And was he tested before? You see what I'm saying? Not just when he passed. You know what I mean? Is what we need to know. But sorry for your loss. You know what I'm saying? Now we have a claim. You know what I'm saying? We have a claim coming from, ex-White House, trade advisor. This is one of the reasons they don't like the filibuster. You see what I'm saying? But I think his name is Peter Navarro. You know what I'm saying that Trump easily won the 2020 election. You know what I'm saying? And he but the thing about it is when he say that, because it was never 100% put on the table and brought to the light of the people, you know what I'm saying, of the United States. No. The people in the United States. You know what I'm saying? Who are we? We are the people. You know what I'm saying? We ain't going for their garbage. We're not going to say what they mean. You know what I mean? But he was saying that he won in the 2020 election. And, you know what I'm saying, we need him to prove that and put it on the table. We don't need no alleged rumors and all this without concrete evidence and proof. You know what I'm saying? And that's straight facts. You know what I'm saying? It's once. And once and for all. And we need evidence once and for all. You know what I'm saying? But, this seems to me, in my mind, the way I look at it is true. But it's still alleged because it's news. You know what I'm saying? People must dig into the information, dig in, and let's get a landslide overstanding of the truth. Undisputed. Not just talk, because talk is cheap. Anybody can say anything to get their name up there. You know what I'm saying? But he said that Navarro, or whatever his name is, said that Trump won by a landslide. I believe so, but it's still alleged. Let's keep it there. We look at 9/11, we look at even that situation that went on not too long ago. We look at 9/11. We know what took place. We know what took place. No one I know who know before 9/11, was surprised. Actually they expected certain things to happen. It was not unexpected when it happened as a big surprise. And I'm sorry for the people that lost their lives in this tragedy of the bull that they do. But it was not unexpected to see this at all. Even when I saw it on the news, it was not unexpected. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what they can do and what they have done. You know what I'm saying? The ramping even goes back to Bush Sr. and what he did to this country. You know, same with the Clintons, even Hillary, you know what I'm saying? Having so much to say. Having so much to say, Mrs. Hillary. She's another one. Having so much to say. To where she ran for office, you know what I'm saying, just in an effort to probably knock Trump out the scene. Because they know Trumpy Bear was coming in, using the woman trick as the first woman president. And thought that that was going to secure her win because they knew that Biden wouldn't have beaten Trump. And that's a fact because of a lot of the things that he was doing and people were taking notice of and knew a lot of stuff that was being showed and caught in many ways. You know what I'm saying? But when she tried, that didn't work. We seen that he won. Now, we don't know if this is a cat and mouse, and both the cat and the mouse is working together. So, within 4 years and before, you know what I'm saying, they must have had a plan that if this happened, or it was a plan in general, because many of them knew. You know what I'm saying? So we have to look at it. They knew the shit. You know what I'm saying? They was doing, you know, this for a long time. They knew it would come out. They knew it would come out. So this is really one of their games. So we see. Yeah, I just had a thought. You know what I'm saying? But they know it would come out due to the heat that was coming. Or maybe we don't know. Because people play games. They use, to me, the pandemic as a revenge tactic to combat for, you know, the formal charges or accusations. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep it 100 in the Richter scale. So we've got to look at this as a more better picture. So this will be, you know, because actually when you look at it, they knew something because of the seriousness of the crimes and the indictments for conspiracy. To me, neo bullshit. You know what I mean? Neo bullshit. You know, dyeing their hair white and shit. In our country, looking all silly. You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's crazy. So, we're going to comment on the next bit. This is a little tip off of that one. I had to do it in a 3-part joint, but we'll be back to crack that back with the facts. So don't you worry, because Rasti, for I and all the world there above, that we survive here. And as General Cyril Sultan said, he would say, and I quote after the great brother, he say, no man proceeds his mother, and none to the young brethren, the Pharaoh, who stand strong and ready for battle. I say, peace, peace, family. This is Point Black. Point Black, National News, the late edition. 1.